son ahora mismo, ¿no?
Sí. $1300 $300 يعني وهو ب 16 جرام فاصلة 7 هذا 14 فاصلة
I think that one of the biggest motivations to actually do this piece in this video, it's not because I love the math. I do love the math. I'm a former math teacher, but it's really because when I was in Dubai and watching other Americans or Europeans struggle through finding the best price, in not getting taken advantage of, I think is important because I did see a lot of people not knowing what they're talking about, settling for a price that was 50% more than they should have paid. And I don't think anybody needs to go there and pay more than they need to. Pay a fair price because the gold shops, they're a business. Okay, they need to make a profit. They need to stay in business. They're there for a reason. But as a customer, I think it's your responsibility to make sure that you're getting a price that's fair to you, but also fair to the dealer as well. So take a look at this formula and use this as a guide if you want to go and you want to buy something. Understand the process so that you can recognize when maybe you're being asked to pay too much, or there is an opportunity for savings, regardless of what you're buying, whether it's $10 or $10,000. Just be aware. So the whole point here is to get you the best price on whatever it is you want to buy, whether it's 22 carat, 24, 18, 21. It depends on what your taste is and what you want. But the idea here is get you the best price. Okay, you're not going to get any kind of discount price. You're not going to get any kind of amazing savings that you wouldn't get in the U.S. or elsewhere. The idea here is you went to Dubai because they have variety and you want choices and you want the best of what the world has to offer, whether it's European or Indian or Arab, whatever the style is, you've come for the variety, not because you're getting an amazing price. However, you do want to get a fair price. So looking at that fair price, you're going to look at things like the carat cost multiplied by the weight in grams, and then you're going to add the making fee. So we'll talk about that making fee in the formula here, but look at this as let's say we wanted the piece that we have in the frame, and the piece is 21 carats. Okay, so today 21 carats is 221.75, and this is dirham per gram. So that's the local currency. So 221.75 times the weight. The weight is 2.99 grams. And then you're going to add to it the making fee. And I'm going to put this in parentheses. The making fee is, they start really high. And a lot of times they do it by gram. So they might say 50 dirham per every gram. And in this case, we have 2.99. So if you look at it right now, let's do a little bit of the math. The price of the gold, okay, let's look at that. That 21 karat gold is 221.75 times 2.99, which gives us 663. So 663 dirham plus, well, what's that making fee going to be? What's 50 times 2.99? 50 times 2.99 is going to give you 149.5. 149.5. So right now, as it stands, we've got a piece that's worth, or we're being asked to pay a total of 812.5. So 812.5. Now again, this is in dirham. This is the local currency. What is that in dollars? So we're going to divide it by 3.66. It can be 3.66, 3.65. It's a fixed exchange rate, so there's not much variation. So it'll be within that ballpark. So approximately in US dollars, it is 221.99. All right, we could round up and say 222, but I'll leave it at 221.99. And so right now, that's the cost of that bracelet. All right. Now again, without the tax, but this is giving you a general idea. Where do we get our savings? All right. Where do we get that fairest price? You're not going to get anything taken off that 663. The price of the gold is the price of the gold. Okay. That's just the cost of doing business. Looking at an area for savings. So you're looking at this right here. You're looking at the making fee. Okay. Now, if you remember, he charged 50 dirham a gram. 50. So if you say to him, you know what, I want to get the best price. What's your lowest price? He might say something like, all right, well, you know what I'll do? Instead of 50, I'm going to give you 47. So just by asking, you've already gotten a reduction. So what is that? That's 47 times 2.99, and that ends up with 140.53. So instead of 149, we've got 140 point, and we'll say 0.5. Okay, so we've already reduced the price. It might not sound like a lot, but it's $3. Hey, a discount is a discount. Here's the deal though. In my experience, almost every time I've bought, I've been able to reduce the original making fee by at least 50%. So if we said, hey, you know what, I'm not going to give you 50 per gram, I'm going to give you 25, and let's see where that brings us. So let's do the math. What is 25 times 2.99? You end up with 74.75, okay? 74.75. So you might have to do a little bit of convincing, be firm on your price, and insist on that. A lot of times it'll work. And don't be afraid to walk away. If you're not getting a price that you think is fair, it's okay to walk away. But look at the price difference now. So it was 149.5, and now you're down to 74.75. So what do we get? Let's look at the big picture now. So it was 663 plus 74.75. So plus 663. Now you're down to 737.75. In dollars is about, we're going to divide it by, if anybody remembers, 3.66, again, approximate. And so now you're down at 201.57. So you're at $201.57. You talk the guy down $20. Now that might not seem like a lot, but again, a discount is a discount, and we're here to get the best price that we possibly can. Okay, so your base price was 737.75. You'll find a lot of times they'll knock off the decimal. So right now the cost is 737 dirham. All right, we're going to stick with local currency. Now, I did tell you, hey, there is a tax involved. On the spot, you'll pay that 5% tax. You do get it back. All right, that's that tourist duty-free concept where that VAT, that value-added tax, is refunded to you at the airport. There's a process for that, and I'll link to a little bit of information in the video, but there is a process. So if you look at that, your cost is 737 dirham. How much would you expect to get back at the airport? In various ways. You can get it in cash, or you can get it returned through your credit card. It all depends on how you want to do it, but that'll come a little bit later. So 737, you've paid that. Let's look at what in reality you're actually going to pay, because like I said, you will get some of that back. So you're getting back 85% of 5%. So what's the 5% we paid on this? So let's figure out what 5% of this is. So 737 times 0.05. What do we get? 737 times 0.05. 30, and I'm going to go with whole numbers here, okay? So that's going to equal 36 dirham. 36. So that being said, that's the 5%. Well, what are you going to get back? You're going to get back 85% of that. So if you've got 36, well, what's 85% of that? Times 0.85. Let's do the math. It's approximately 31 dirham. So you're getting that back if you claim it at the airport. Now, what is that in dollars? I'm going to say it's about $8. So let's do that. Let's divide it by 3.66 again. Okay, so it's about $8.5. Doesn't seem like a lot. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a savings, okay? So if this 31 is being returned to you, that means you're paying less than the 737. So 737 minus 31 is going to give us 706. So let's look at the final cost. 706, it's about $192. So your final cost for that piece is about, but also think about this. People oftentimes go and they're not looking to buy something that's $192. A lot of times they're buying something that's $10,000, $15,000. So think about the savings here. So if you saved, you saved about $30 on a piece that was a little over $200. What are you going to save on a piece that's 10,000? So $800. It does add up after a while. So be smart about it. And again, it's kind of fun to do this. You saved, uh, you saved about $30 on a piece that was a little over $200. What are you going to save on a piece that's 10,000? So $800. It does add up after a while. So be smart about it. And again, it's kind of fun to do this.